and I'm going to talk about tabloid television and the effect it has on youth nowadays. How is it changing the attitude of teenagers and young adults nowadays? I want to explain to you the different points that I have analyzed. I have to talk about what tabloid television is. It incorporates sensationalized stories and celebrity news. So the problem about that in teenagers is that it gives the image that you can be famous doing nothing. Because, for example, nowadays there are so many TV programs. They feel addictive to the thought that they don't have to study, that they don't have to be good in anything, just talking about people. It's a problem how this kind of influence can affect to teenagers, because I think they are not conscious about how it can affect to them. For example, nowadays there is a TV program every day which makes me feel a bit surprised and scandalized at the same time, because it gives the thought of how relationships have to be and how they have to behave. For example, they don't talk about intellectual aspects, only physical aspects. They just pay attention to the fashion, to aspects such as surgery. I don't know how it's going to be in a few years for these people, because they are going to be very, in a way that they don't pay attention to the real, actually important parts of life, according to my point of view. For example, on the other hand, we have aspects as well about chauvinism. This kind of programs is affecting to them as well, about old-fashioned attitudes, about how they have to behave, about how girls have to be talking to the social aspects and the social influence. Because, for example, they think that the surgery should be normal in a 16-year-old teenager who says to their parents they want this for their birthday present. And they think that it's fine for them. They want to be perfect, they think that they are fat, that they are different, so they want to find a point where they feel comfortable about the social media that they give to them. We can make them be conscious of the social business and money that this kind of TV programs and social aspects are giving to them. So I think it's affecting in a really bad way the low self-esteem of teenagers. So what we can do about this is we have to pay attention, we have to control this, because I don't think that there are too many positive aspects about this kind of television. We have to control and we have to be aware about the conversation we should have with our children, with our students, to find a solution about how they have to canalize the information and how they have to control what the social information is given to them. Basically, I think it's a very difficult topic for the society nowadays. So in conclusion, I don't think it's a good kind of television. I think that we should reinforce different typical TV programs where the intelligence is more important than this typical aspect about people, gossips, and social aspects.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much.
I agree with you all the time. I wanted to say yeah.
Sonia, are you ready? Yes. Or later. Can you write it down?
No, maybe should I stop before it rings, or should I do something? Or?
No.
I'll leave it.
It's that was you can stop. If she stops, you can stop too. But she needs to say. That's why you need to say. That's all. Because if we stop the watch and you are going to continue speaking, we are in trouble. Okay? So when you finish, always say, that's all. Thank you for listening, or whatever. Okay, Sonia. So candidate B.
Yes.
There you, go.
Good evening to everybody. My question now is, will printed newspaper disappear in the near future? My answer is no, they won't. Nowadays lifestyle is different. We are surrounded by modern things, different things, new things. We don't have long enough to get used to use them. How can I use the new television or the new computer? It's completely a mess for me. And what about newspapers? Old newspapers. They've been here for a long time. If you ever want to know something, if you ever wanted to be informed, you could find everything you need there. Lottery numbers, ads, news, anything. You could do a crossword while you were waiting for the bus. It was great. But now, what can I do? I have so easily information logging into internet, taking my mobile, and taking the things I need to know. It's so easy. But what about the newspaper? What about the smell, the touch? What about those big paper leaves that you could, that sound. It was great. It was great. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I know. I may be obsolete. I may be out of style, out of date. Maybe. But I think it's the best way to be informed. And they could live together, mass media, digital mass media, and newspaper, printed books as well. Imagine, I know that if I lose this, I may lose the things I have been grown up with. For example, landline telephone, or photo labs, or video store. And I know, I'm 47 years, and I know that I might think as old, or well, according to my children, an old woman, but I know that I would feel very sad if we ever lose the printed newspapers. It would be a mess, it would be a pity. And now, imagine all these jobs, the printer, all these jobs, the printing, all these people who are working there with the digital forms, they will be unemployed. It will be a pity. What a shame. I know I have to be modern, even with my kids. I know how to use internet. I log into internet, I can search information, I can do a lot of things. But I can tell you, it will be something very sad for me. Imagine a world without newspapers. Imagine that. I have an imagine in my mind. It's a scene from a film. Extra the news. We have the news here, and everybody wanted to buy one, and it was great. I really liked it. Because I said, oh, what a great way to be informed. It was so nice. I will keep on using them until I can. I don't know when. And I don't know for how long we will be able to find printed newspapers. But I know that one of these days we will realize that sometimes we have to keep all things because they have been useful for a very long time and they will help us to be better. And that's my point of view. And to sum up, I will keep on reading this. That's all. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. Right. Yeah. Okay. So now we are moving on to the conversation, right? Now you can. So remember, in natural interaction, try to pose what the conversation is going to be about and then start analyzing it. So when you hear the bell, you have 1 more minute to finish the conversation, okay? You have 1 more minute. So are you ready? Everybody? Yeah, okay. There we go.
Hey honey, I've been thinking of one change we can make for solving our financial problems.
Oh,
we can install solar panels on our roof and it will help us to save a lot of money. What do you think?
I'm not so sure. Are you sure of that? Where did you hear that?
Yeah, because don't worry, I have heard about this idea because we live in a very sunny area and that's not a problem for us. So I think that there are many advantages about that. If you want, I can tell you what it is.
But I think they are very expensive. You need a lot of money to buy them, to install them. Are you sure that we can afford it?
Yes, I have thought of that because I saw that there are tax incentives and subsidies from the government for renewable energy purchases, and we will recuperate our investment.
Are you sure? I don't get. We're going to get our money back, but we will take a very long time, maybe 20 or 25 years. I'm not going to live so long.
No, that's not a problem. I have been searching information, and I saw, according to a recent study, showed that customers save an average of 44 to 187 euros per month. So it means that it's a lot that we can recuperate in a short or long time.
Well, it may be a good idea, but what about this one? Look at our car. We need to sell them, and if we sell our car, we will get enough money, and we can save a lot of money, insurance, taxes, and we could go on foot to the shop. Where else? We could take care of the planet, think about the global warming.
Yeah, but that's not a problem. We need our car because we have to take long distances, and if you're worried about the climate change, the solar panels give us so many good part about that because we can help the natural environment.
And are you sure that we are going to save money? Because I don't know, it's a lot of money. I'm not so sure. I'm afraid that we lose money and we're broken. We need to sell our car. Imagine, we don't need to go to a gym, we sell the car. We can go on food, we'll be healthy, we'll be fit, that will be great for us.
Yes, baby, I understand you, but you're thinking only in short time that you want to sell the car, that you want to take the money back, but I'm thinking a long time. It's
very long for me. How long? Are you completely sure?
Yeah.
Who have you talked about this? Tell me now. I can't be
Your cousin was talking about that the other day when we were at work, and and then I was researching all the information, and it's a very good idea. There's a couple, in our neighborhood, that they have already done it. And we live in Andalusia, it's a very sunny area, so there are many advantages of that.
All the time. Oh. Imagine the weather nowadays. Global change. No.
Well, I think, darling, that we can think of that.
I am not going to say no.
Okay.
Because we may think about it.
Okay.
But think about my idea.
Yes,
think
sure.
about selling our car. It's old and we might need something different. I know that we'll be happier if we go on foot. And if we use public means of transport. The train, it's electric.
Okay, I thought that I found the idea. I thought the best idea is to sell the car and then we can invest in the solar panels.
Well, that could be great if we had money enough. But I think that we don't. Let's think about it.
Yeah, let's think about it.
What do you think?
Yeah,
great. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.